Handmade.net. I am excited to be with you on a fun Tuesday where we're getting rain, so we have a little bit of, might have some noise that happens in the background. My studio is a almost 1,800 square foot studio in our attic, so we love it. I love it. It's my little getaway when I actually get up here, and lately it has really felt like I haven't been able to get up in here. Okay. And lately it has really felt I have just been going and going and going. And I know that's the end of the year. I was talking to my girlfriend about the whole like end of the year stuff, and we have a puppy and a remodel that's been happening, and it's about a month longer than it should be. And so like it's just been a season. So I'm grateful that you guys are joining me today. I wanted to make sure that we're able to like and share this video. If you guys haven't, sharing is caring and absolutely free. If you don't know about me, my name is Jamie. I've been with Stampin' Up for 18 years now, and it's a blessing to have this as part of my journey for my family. And I'm grateful that you are here with us. So what I'm doing is just signing on to make sure that you can see me. Now, if you're popping on, comment which channel you are on. So if you could, please, that would be great. My arm is itchy all of a sudden. I was downstairs. I whipped dinner into my mouth, just leftover machaca. If you guys know does anybody know what machaca is? That's a question you may not know. I am in Indiana, but I'm originally from California, born and raised, and but my family lives out here, and so it was wonderful to come out and be part of my family. And we've got a great, we live in the most adorable little town, and so I'm just making sure everything is popping on. Good golly, Miss Molly. Let me see here. So if you can comment what channel you are and where you are in the world. I know we have people that join us from all over the world, and quite often. So I'm always excited to see where my friends are from. I am sharing it to our Stampers group. If you're not on the Stampers group for Getting Crafty Stampers on Facebook, let us know. You can join. It's a private group, but we have tons of fun. I don't know what it's doing. There we go. Social media, if you don't know, can be quite the challenge. Post. Enter. I don't know. Why isn't it add to your post? How about we just share? Share said post. Would that be too much to ask for social media? Apparently it will be. That's fine. So, hi Yvonne. Nice to see you from Ontario, Canada. I love that. Melody, you're here and you had to take the dog out. I'm so glad because I'm a couple minutes late. So if you guys, all of a sudden I can't breathe. We are going to hop on in. I have a moving, shaking, interactive card that's going to blow your mind. I love it. And I'm rocking my my shirt from a Dolly Parton shirt. It's guts, grits, and lipstick. And so if you knew me, that's my gig. And so we have the cutest card today. Let me see if I can. It's not always consistent in how it flies, but it does fly. So if you guys don't know, this full tutorial with all of the measurements is on my blog at gettingcrafty.net, and it will be on there tonight after our live. And this is tied to the Adventurous journey here. I love this. I can't breathe all of a sudden. Adventurous Sky Suite, and all of the new in colors from Stampin' Up. These in colors are available right now, free with your kit. So if you want a bonus $86 in brand new cardstocks, inks, and embellishments, this is the time to do it. And so the interactive fun part of this, if you guys don't know, is that it's kind of just going to fly crazy and go wild. And one of my dreams is to eventually become a pilot. I have a couple of my girlfriends that our babies were all born at the same time, and they're pilots. So I'm a little jelly. I'll get there eventually. And my children are, two of them are airline mechanics, or in they're studying to be. So this Adventurous Sky suite and bundle right here is going to be embracing some great new techniques. And I'm going to show you really quickly right now. We have several videos that should be coming out in the next few days that will have all kinds of interactive flying cards because I just want to celebrate this amazing suite. I love it. And so we're going to go ahead and jump in right now. Let's turn around. If you haven't already, give me some hearts, like, and subscribe, and then hit that bell so you can join us all week long as we create and connect over card making and crafting. Let's dive on in. Look at my mess. Isn't that hideous? Oh my gosh, you guys, let's just be legit. That is what a crafter's table will often look like. I have no qualms in saying, yep, that's my table right there. We're supposed to be all cute and professional and everything should be put away, but honestly, that's really hard to do when you're getting ready for a live and then you wolf down dinner. So if any of you here, if you've joined, if you ever had machaca, that was what we had for dinner tonight. So, and this is a really fun interactive card. We're going to do a couple different techniques today to show you how to do this. Make sure that if you're joining, you can like and share, and you can grab these kits when you join the Getting Crafty family for this $86 bonus gift with the starter kit. So amazing, phenomenal deal. So there we go. This is an amazing Adventurous suite. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I love it. My daughter saw it and she went gaga over it. She is 18 and she's been interning in the airline mechanic industry. We're also going to be grabbing this curved punch that you see here, curved label punch. And I'm putting away really quickly my cut and emboss machine. Now, I had everything all situated and I feel like I can't breathe all of a sudden. Of course, it's how it rolls as soon as you get on live. Let me blow my nose real quick. I know it sounds awful. Hi, BJ. There's my Bonnie Boo. Excuse me. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to be embracing the new Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, and Pretty in Pink. These are the new in colors with Stampin' Up, and they will last 2 years, and I love it. We're actually going to be using the Shy Shamrock. Is that what I grabbed? Let me see. Hold on real quick. No, I grabbed the Summer Splash Stampin' Blends in order to color the actual airplane. I love that everything is designed to coordinate perfectly. So what we have is coordinating cardstocks, matching inks, matching everything across the board. And we're going to dive right in. Now, I went over to my friends at the Do It Center, and I was there this evening bugging my friend Whitney about chickens and about washers. So we're going to grab this little washer right here. I didn't even measure how big it is. It's about 3/4 of an inch of a circle. So 3/4 of an inch. I have 2 sizes, honestly. I really do. I even got the bigger size, and there's a reason why. I'm never really sure what we need. Our biggest goal is that we have to be behind the image. So wherever you place it, you don't want your washer to be bigger than the image to which you're using. So this one here is about an 1/8 bigger than this one here. So then you can see the 2 differences. Oh, you can't see right here. So you can see that slightly bigger in it, and I'm going to use the smaller one right now, though both of them will work perfectly with this card right here. Now, a friend of ours, we were just watching this amazing reel about this guy who was kayaking 3 times across the Atlantic, and then he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and when he sat down to have a cup of coffee and rest, he died. And my friend is actually friends with him. And a friend of ours, he's old enough to be my dad, probably. I love Steve. His son is actually my daughter's boss where she interns. And so he's actually friends with the gentleman that passed away. So I thought that was really interesting. So there's that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of cutting, a little bit of die cutting. We're actually not doing a lot of cutting. And all of the measurements and supplies for what you're going to need is going to be on my blog at gettingcrafty.net as soon as we're done with our live. Now, there's a little tip and trick in order to create this. What we're going to need is a good tool. Always have good tools. My grandmother was a nurse, and she talked to me often about making sure I wore the right garments. So the right shoes, the right support in all kinds of areas of your life, right? Good fitting clothes. You don't need a ton of clothes if you have good fitting clothes. That was her point to me. And then we're going to take these little strips. Now these are the colors to which we're going to be using, and I'm going to lay them out just kind of haphazardly. I see that one's kind of miscut. that's right there. And probably because I was in a hurry, let's grab a pair of snips and just kind of finish that off really quickly. Again, all of these measurements are on my blog and they're waiting for you so you can create with them as soon as we're done with our live. With 5 beautiful colors, they're designed to coordinate into color families. Did you know that? Stampin' Up! Actually does that for you. So we're going to grab really quickly the multi-purpose liquid adhesive and we're just going to kind of loop around. Now, machaca is a traditional Mexican meal that we have done for many years. We usually did it on campouts. So in the evening, we would make taco meat, for example, or enchilada meat, or whatever it is, a slow-cooked meat usually with lots of flavor, often cooked in beer. Beer is a great tenderizer for meat in general. And then we would shred it and leave half of it for the next day. And then we would mix that in with eggs and salsa and cheese and have it with other tortillas. And that is machaca. It's the combination of the leftover meat. And let me tell you, that is a kind of meat that, it really needs to like set overnight. All those flavors fill out. I'm a big fan of cooking. If you guys don't know, I love to host parties and gatherings and cook for people. If that was a love language, I don't know if hostessing is a love language. Melody, what do you think? I would do it all the time. That's what I would do. Okay, so I did place these on haphazardly. I wanted this to have a whimsical note to it. Now that this is sitting here, we're going to set it aside so we don't lose it. Then we're going to take this beautiful piece right here and we're going to use the... So when you guys see here, what I did was I did not stamp the greeting on this portion. If you wanted to, we can still do that now. If you would like the greeting to not be down here, but rather to be on here, make sure you comment in the sunset or on where the plane is or at the bottom, you know, like on it or bottom, wherever you want that greeting to be. Then we're going to take this piece here. And I've made a little mask with sticky notes. Now, when you're using sticky notes, you want to make sure that as you take sticky notes off of the notepad, that you're looking for the sticky area and you want to stamp in that area and then die cut it or fussy cut. That's really important when you're creating a mask. So this is a tight squeeze and I wanted it to be like that. I didn't want to have this be overwhelming. When you're doing this technique, you're going to want to be a little cautious. We're going to be using this punch in 2 different directions to create this. And I don't want to have to reach. The creations need to connect, if that makes sense. Ooh, isn't that just gorgeous? So beautiful. Then we're going to take that mask and just cover that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I see a little extra trim right there. Hi, Franny, I see you're commenting. I don't know what. It didn't show me your comment, though, sister. So if you're catching on, and I'm not seeing your comments, more than likely you're on Facebook, and you have to click on the original post in order to comment, because that's Facebook for you. Okay, and then we're going to grab this little cloud right here. Now, this did remind me of the Aurora Borealis. Okay, so yeah, Fran, you're commenting. It's telling me you're commenting. It's not telling me what you're commenting, so there is that. Just recently, there was a Aurora Borealis, Northern Lights, across the United States. It could be tied to some magnetic testings that they were doing governmentally. It's very interesting. But, yeah, I didn't see it. I went out. I didn't see it, but a good friend of mine did. So that was kind of fun that he was able to show that to me. Now we're going to take and open all of these ink pads. When you receive a Stampin' Up! Ink pad, on the bottom are these labels, and they're designed to go on the edge of your stamp pad. So when you're looking at it from the side, you can find it. So we're going to go through very quickly, and these are our stamping blending brushes. So if you guys are joining on Facebook or other, you have to click on the original post and go to my gettingcrafty.net page on Facebook. Otherwise, there's a good chance I will not see it, or at least I won't see the comments till later. And that's one of the frustrations I have with social media. You have to play on each platform, and I'm not super great at that. So I got my nails done today. Can you guys tell what they are? I just had so much fun with that. It's little strawberries, and those are one of my favorite fruits. It is. So we are not going to lose our washer. Let's put that to the side over here. And Bonnie's going to laugh because there's a good chance that I will lose my washer, even if it's where I think it should be. Now, anytime you're using a blending brush, you want to start off of the blending brush. I'm using this glass mat, and you want to start rolling off. That's going to give you a smoother image here. And we're going to be putting 5 colors across it. I wish I could have seen it. I used to see them sometimes up in New York. Yes. And Melody, I was out filming and looking, and we were right on that river. I should have been able to see it. It was around 11 o'clock last night. I didn't stay past because I am struggling without having sleep. The puppy is 5 months old now, and he is lovely. We love him. Again, I tap the corner when I'm gathering ink, not too heavily. Start off on the glass piece and work my way on. Now we're doing a vivid sunset. Now, a friend of mine, he was actually out at 2 a.m. with his son. He's an exterminator, and they saw it at 2 a.m. So I'm going to tell you honestly, unless the puppy's making me get up at 2 a.m., I'm not up at 2 a.m. Now we're dumping into that Shy Shamrock. I adore this color. It's like a gorgeous Kelly green, bright and fun. It's a easy. Now I can see my friend Sherry Clifford is amazing with crafting. She would be applying this to every hi Lindsay, I see you guys commenting, but I don't see the words because you must be on Facebook. And so if you're clicking on Facebook, you need to click on the video and go to my original page in order to see it. Now, I was always cautious when making my leaves too bright. And I kind of want to show you guys how it matches the top of my strawberry. So when my stylist was doing my nails today, she was like, knowing you were going to go darker. And I was like, yeah. So we have this beautiful Kelly green, like a darker green, a little bit more huntery, and it was lost on this gorgeous dark pink metallic sparkle. And so we pulled it off immediately and put on the bright green, just like you're seeing here with the Shy Shamrock, and we both were super happy that we did so. Now I want to break up the Summer Splash and the Shy Shamrock. They are very different because one is more green, one is more blue, and we're going to come off and we're just going to go into here and make sure when you're blending colors, blend into the other colors. You can build, always start off on the glass or your other surface and work your way on in circular motions for a better application. Now, we're going to jump into this Petunia Pop. It's such a fun thing to say. Say that fast 5 times. I'm not going to. And then we're going to go off of the card and start and go on. You can use scrap paper. You can use, I love to have grid paper when I'm crafting, or grid images. So I have several grid boards, and I love my glass one that Stampin' Up offered, and we're praying that it'll be back soon for everybody. It was an incentive to join. And I think this looks a little muddled until we remove, look at that. It all of a sudden pops like beautifully, doesn't it? It's kind of like magic. Are you ready for the awe moment? Oh, I love it so much. There you go. There you go. Isn't that fabulous? Now, I usually do my lives within a half hour. I was a few minutes late joining. We were talking while I was getting situated. I'm going to close these up. You can see what I'm going to end up doing on the inside of this card really easily. Actually, I might just leave it so that we can get this done. Now, we're taking this label punch that you see here. Oh, there you are, Franny Boo. I hope I see this. I've missed your lives, my friend. I've missed you too. Between the puppy and the construction, I have been completely overwhelmed. And then you ladies are going to laugh. Last week, I was putting on a sports bra because I was going to go to the gym, and I torqued my shoulder. I did. Was amazingly talented of myself. Putting on a bra to go work out. And then you hurt yourself. Amazing, right? Now, don't lose your pieces. Ready? We're going to go just like so. Ooh. Boom, shakalaka. Don't lose these. You want to make sure you don't. Now, we're going to turn this over and overlap, just like you see here. And I know that, Fran, you're at the end of your school year also. I know we're all a little excited for a break, aren't we? We don't want to lose these 2 pieces. They're very, very important. Then remember our little washer. We are going to take that washer and we're going to take and double stack. Say double stack, Jamie, double stack. So we're going to go 1 and then put the same dimensional size directly on top. 2. We're going to turn this over and we're going to use our mini dimensionals. 17 Dabes, you're so overwhelmed, girl. I do not envy you. You have a hard job. You guys, she's an amazing teacher and does people with special needs. She's amazing. She's one of my favorite people. Say hi to Fran, everybody. Hi, Fran. We want to give it some support. Again, my grandmother talked about that often. I'm the only granddaughter that was built with the same curves that my grandmother had, which is kind of funny. But she always talked about having good support, whether it's your shoes or your undergarments, being well supported. Unless you're doing the fancy sports bra I was putting on, where I torqued my shoulder and I couldn't move it last week. And then I was gardening yesterday and I pulled my shoulder because I was angry at something one of our neighbors was doing. It's been a season. It's been just a busy season for everybody. I know it's everybody. It's not just me, right? I'm not alone in this crazy season, am I? There we go. Can you hear the rain? I don't know if you can hear it. I love you too, boo. XO. There you go. XO. There you go, girl. Okay, so we have the washer with the stacked. We have these mini dimensionals with their stacked. And we're going to place this down. Oopsie. Right, so did you guys comment about the greeting? Those kinds of bras get more difficult as you get older. It's true, Melody. And this one here has like things to make it so you don't have any problem running when you have curves. And so, let me tell you, I got stuck and my youngest daughter had to come in because I yelled and I couldn't move my shoulder. That's how bad it was. Hello, Jamie. Ina, I received some mail from you today and I love it. Watching you while you craft a graduation card for your granddaughter. I've got to do my own daughter's graduation card this year. It's kind of crazy. Then we're going to quickly go ahead on a scrap paper, my friends. Grab your scrap. And we're going to, usually I would have cleaned this mess, but I'm okay with a little bit of a mess right now. My daughter's special needs too, teaches the deaf and hard of hearing. Oh, I love that, Melody. So we didn't know until everything was crazy the last few years how much we relied on reading our lips. So we are hard of hearing, my daughter and I, from a car accident. And we did not realize how much we needed to, do that. Isn't that kind of crazy? Okay, so we're going to take our Stampin' Blends markers. And I'm going to start with the Dark Summer Splash here. And I like to go in and actually, there's the fine tip and you can totally do that. Listen for the snap. That little snap is your friend. It makes it airtight. I like to use the pen side a little bit more. And we're going to create a little shadow. And where you're going, you really want to embrace that shadow. Stampin' Up! And artists like this, they place those lines in there for us. We really don't have to think too hard. You want to think, where is that shadow going to be? And these types of alcohol-based markers like Copics are designed specifically for layering. They are an alcohol base, so they can blend and have multiple layers on there. There we go. And I like to just very basically follow the lines to which they have installed for you. You know that they have created the support for the image to which they were thinking. Boom, boom, boom. And less is more almost. You don't overthink it, if that makes sense. I know that that's my temptation every single time. Rhonda! Hello, sister. Good to see you too. Then I'm going to take the black Stampin' Blends marker and just kind of accentuate. I'm using the lighter one. Accentuate that tire that's there. And I saw I went out of the line. We're not going to go too crazy today. Now, I could leave the airplane just like this. You can see here what I wear it a little bit more solid by coloring the light over it. You guys comment, do you want me to leave it with the white or add the light? Say white or light. And while you're doing that, I'm going to die cut this out. So I just place my die. I love a coordinating die. right over it, stick my sticky note. Light, Fran says. Okay, Fran got her first version in. I've missed you guys. I'm so glad you're here. This new catalog from Stampin' Up! Is absolutely stunning. If you have not gotten your hands on it and you want it, it's available online. Or if you let me know, I can get one to you right away. I sent out a few hundred to some of my more recent customers, and I'm so grateful for it. All that support. You guys don't realize I'm just a mom. And all of the support I get from Stampin' Up! Actually is what makes things doable. Okay, so take off your sticky note. You can use that a ton of times. Take off my die and apply that to the die case. And Fran suggested she wants to see the light. So, girl, I'll let you go see the light. Don't go to the light, though. Let's just be legit. I like you here for right now. Then we're going to take the light portion of the color, and we're going to go over the dark. That's going to create your shadow. And when you have these colors, they blend out softly. There's no streaks. You do recommend going in the same lineup as the stamped image. It's one of those little invisible tricks that helps to... Now, all the dark lines are disappearing. If you didn't see that, they'll just become a natural shadow to that area. I love this. Dreams, girls. I am a skydiver and scuba diver, but I haven't gotten my pilot's license yet. Give me time, quite honestly. And I know if you're still there, I'm wearing this shirt and it says Guts, Grits, and Lipstick. Guts, Grit, and Lipstick. And I always think about you when I think of the word grit in our previous conversations. Love you, girl. And you don't have to overthink. Just apply and have fun with it. So right now the best deal is to grab the starter kit with the Getting Crafty family, and it comes with a free add-on color kit, an $86 value with all of the new in colors. It's phenomenal. Now, when you see lines and you see clumping, give it a second. This is literally a alcohol marker. It starts to blend in with itself. So I am going to apply, and you want to make sure when you're using this kind of coloring technique, because it will seep through, to have a solid surface behind it. Now I'm going to grab that dark again. I always recommend a 3-step process, minimal, with this. Go in and add that dark shadow. Just feel free to, and as you go, it's going to kind of blend in with itself. Just going over those drawn lines. It's not hard at all. There we go. And you look for the natural shadows. That's always the underside. Underside of an animal, underside of a carriage, of an airplane, you name it. You can apply 5, 6, 10 layers here, guys. I just don't overthink it that much. I want that variance of color that's going to be there. And remember, this is the underside of the wing. It's going to be naturally a little bit more shadowed. Right there, right there. There we go. Sharing is caring. Make sure you like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell so you can join us all week long as we create and connect a beautiful airplane just like this. Now, I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella Glimmer Brush. And I really want to accentuate just and add a little zhuzh to that flying, those blades for the flying. You can accent the airplane if you want, like just a little bit, right? And then remember, our card is ready to go. Oh, what did we do with our card? Y'all, what did I do with my card? I put my new card underneath of my old one. Let's see if we can do this without damaging it. Ooh, there we go. Now that washer is going to fit. It's working, but it is snug and it can pop out with any pulling on it. So that's one of the reasons why you might want to consider that slightly bigger washer that you saw there. I did get mine at the local do-it center, so it was pretty easy. Now I'm coming over, and I always start where here. I'm a literal crafter. It's kind of weird. You would think that I would be a little bit more out of the box, but I'm not. So here we go. And then it just is designed to flight and move. But then we have all this negative space. Though I love, love, love the negative space, I want to go in and add these pieces that we cut off. Then we're going to grab the multi-purpose liquid adhesive. And you really want to put a good, hold on, schmeck on this. I loved your card, by the way. It was absolutely beautiful, and I appreciate it. This is really, I'm going to give you guys a really bad admission from me. I have not made a card for my kids this year for their birthdays. I had so much stuff going on that I didn't prioritize my own family for that. How awful is that? It's like the cobblers. Kids never have shoes. Leave it to me to not make cards. And my son turned 20. My daughter turned 18. My other daughter turned 16. And my other daughter turned 13. I kept meaning to get up and make them a card. I didn't. I failed. I failed as a mom. That's fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. My 13-year-old has had this next tomorrow is her third party of gathering with her friends. She's a cool teenager, don't you know? So now that our baby is a teen, crazy how that is. You guys many of you who have been on my journey know my kids because they have attended events with me. We really want to go in and make sure that it's like tucked in. So we're creating that dimensional layer that you see right there, but optically you almost can't notice it, right? It looks really great. And then this will just kind of circle around. Let's see if we can get it. This will be one of those things that as you play with it, it's going to have so much fun. And it could just be something simple. I think it often, because it's tied to the dimensionals inside, I like to play with it before I send it. I'm also just a big kid at heart. Now, we have this strip down here, and I wanted to create a little, I don't know where my pieces went. Oh, they're on here. Hold on. Here we have a little 3/4 inch piece of basic white. We're going to stamp our greeting on it. I love the play on words here. Ooh, leave it to me. You're the best, plain and simple. I love that. So this has, for me in mind, this comes to my daughter's boss. Her direct supervisor adores my kid, and I adore that about them. He and his wife are wonderful. I know. I've been drowning, Melody. I feel so bad though. And so, but we can't be perfect. And it's good to fail often so that your children can see that we're not held to some perfect standard that we can't actually achieve. Now, what I would do is take and just kind of flick one of the edges and one of the colors. Otherwise, it looks a little plain. Can you hear that rain? Oh, I think it's magical. And there's my dimensionals. And if anything could go wrong with my kitchen, we've only had 2 things go right. And that was the stone people and the drywall people. Everything else has gone wrong on my remodel, you guys. So you're the best, plain and simple. Now, don't forget to decorate the inside. You guys, you can take these blends and you can brush them out without even adding more color. You can kind of just grab and add a little Aurora Borealis, Northern Lights here, kind of throw some color on. I'm blending off that color on these blending brushes here. No right or wrong, but isn't that whimsical and fun? Just a shmia, a little dab will do ya. There you go. And then take that little, see here, take the cloud and add it to the inside of the card. I think that's beautiful. What do you guys think? Isn't that surprisingly easy? Oh, is it? My storm interfering with my internet? That would not surprise me. That would not. I've had so much stuff happen, and welcome to our time in the Midwest. So I just love this. This is going to be a card that I think Dan and his wife Liz, who work with my daughter directly, they are going to love this. I know Liz will, but Dan always surprises me. He's just a big kid at heart. And I just love that my kids can work, at least my daughter really works with people that I can look up to and know that those are good quality people in their lives that speak truth and faith and love and guide her. It's just been a blessing and I'm grateful for it. So you're the blessed, plain and simple. And then when you look inside, look at that. So pretty and easy to do, don't you think? I think it's easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hi. So I am excited that you guys joined me this evening. If you haven't already, or if you're catching the replay, comment where you're from, like and share this video. And look at that, it just keeps moving. I love it so much. Now, okay, a couple things to pay attention. You've applied a lot of dimensionals, so I would actually turn this card inside out before sending it. So what I would do before putting it in the envelope is tuck that in after writing my note, so it goes in. It also has that little washer in it, so it might change the value of your card. It should be that if it fits in the envelope and it's not too heavy and it bends, that it should go through. I would have it hand posted. My girl at the my postmaster, she's gonna love this card. I have to show it to her. She always likes to see the cards that I'm mailing, so I often bring them in without closing them and show them to her. Because she's so cute. And so there you go. Like, our little interactive flying spinning card makes me so happy. And if you're going to create a card like this, go ahead and comment. What are you going to use to create this? Let me know. I could see this with a dirt bike, with a car, gosh, with somebody on a skateboard. Could you imagine? Or a ball flying through the air, balloons. Oh, everything. I love it. So thank you for joining me. Have a great evening. God bless. Mwah. Look at my blog at gettingcrafty.net. All the supplies and measurements are in the description below and on my blog. So we hope that you see that. Thanks for joining us this evening. And what is your favorite color of the new In Colors? Comment and let me know. Subscribe and hit that bell, and I'll see you soon. Bye.